Okay, now hello guys, my name is Henry and today I'm going to be making a video about what powered computer to make a video about. I gotta think about it. A green zone powered safety heater. A heater that runs off of green zone power. Not electricity, guys. Not electricity. I'm gonna repeat that. Not electricity. Okay. Now, it has become to the point where I was working on creating a heater and creating electronic devices that do not need electricity to work. But the idea is, I have the idea to an invention called a green zone computer that does not need electricity and a Spougebob computer that does not need electricity and does not run on any kind of electricity, does not run on any electricity, but runs off of energy still. It needs energy to work. And I'm going to talk about that. It does not run off electricity, but it does not run off electricity, but it needs electricity. That's a that's a green zone powered Spougebob computer, which there's still electronic devices that need electricity to run or work, but it does not run off electricity. And I got to keep on telling you about that. It runs off of something other than electricity. It still has wires, but instead of wires, it has green zone powered wires, which in the computer, all the wires are green because it's a green zone computer. It's not electrical. It's not a battery powered. It's electrical. It is electrical. Well, it's not battery powered, but it runs on green zone power, and it can need a battery just in case for a backup. But we're not talking about batteries. Green zone powered computers don't need a battery to work. Green zone powered computers don't need batteries. They don't need a battery. They work fine without a battery. So, I'm going to talk about what powers it, and I'm going to tell you what powers it. So, what powers a green zone powered computer is safety and putting only cold water in your tank, in your filter. Putting only cold water in your filter to make your computer run perfectly. So if your computer gets a virus or it starts to malfunction, if your computer gets into problems, even though it may not get a virus and it starts to malfunction, you have to charge it up with green zone power. That's because your computer runs off of green zone power, not batteries or electricity. That's because your computer is running out of green zone energy. But unless if you could replace the bottle inside of your computer and get a brand new one, you can probably get a forever lasting bottle for your green zone powered Spougebob computer. And if you get an everlasting bottle, your computer will stay cool to the touch forever. But avoid having lights on because the lights make your computer hot. It makes your computer overheat. It's because your computer needs electricity to work, but it does not run off electricity. It needs it, but it doesn't run off of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I have found a part of a Spougebob computer that uses electricity. That's called an electrical switch that uses electricity. But to avoid wasting your green zone energy, try to keep the lights off but try to keep the lights on a little bit. Only turn on the lights a little bit. Don't leave the lights on for a really long time. Because if you leave the lights on for a really long time, same thing with the battery. You're going to burn up your computer, and you're going to put all of your other components of the system. You're going to put all of your other computer components in the red zone. If you leave your lights on, if you leave your lights on too long, your flashlight, you're going to even put the capacitor in the red zone. You're going to put the computer in the red zone. You're going to put different parts of the computer in the red zone. Remember, and another one, avoid downloading information that you and your computer don't like. Avoid downloading that type of data. That makes your computer get hot. Not mad, makes it get hot. And messes up your red zone filter. And then you have to get a replacement filter for your computer. Or you may have to refill it with cold water to recool it. That means you have to cool your computer off. You have to charge it up. Another way to charge up your computer is music. That can charge up your computer. Or the water can cool down your computer and keep it lasting forever. But you have to keep the lights off. All power can make your computer hot. Like I said, all computers get hot because of power. It's not electricity, but it's electrical power. It's not electricity power. Like, it's not electricity, but if it's being powered, you have to make sure you turn the lights off, because sometimes the bulb can get hot. You might burn yourself, because like I said, if your computer still runs off power, even though it does not use electricity, if your computer still runs off of some type of energy, some type of power, it's going to get hot. It's going to get warm. And if you are not careful with turning your lights off, you are going to burn yourself. You're not going to get burned to death, because that would be electricity. Other Spougebob computers use other things than electricity. It uses a different type of power, different type of energy, called safety green zone energy. Safety green zone energy is to take good care of it or charge it up by going to the green zone computer store and getting a new green zone water filter, or filling your computer up with, or refilling your computer with green zone water. If your computer is in the blue zone, then that's more different, because then your computer shuts off and it cools down. But the magical thing about that is that the bottle can refill by itself. I have worked on creating a bottle for my computer that every time it gets hot or it runs out, it can recool on its own. It can recool itself. It can cool itself down without any human help. It can cool down on its own. It is not using electricity. It is needing electricity to work, but it is not using electricity. It is not using electricity, but it needs electricity. But it does not run on electricity, but it does not run on electricity. It needs electricity. So yeah, it's not using electricity. It's needing electricity. It's not running on electricity. It's needing electricity to work. It's using green zone energy as its power. But it's true that there are some Spougebob computers that use green zone electricity. Green zone electricity is different from just regular green zone power. Green zone electricity is green zone power, but regular green zone power is not electricity, but green zone electricity is electricity. So yeah, there is such a thing as green zone electricity. I had dreams before where Spougebob computers were using green zone electricity to work, and people were calling their green zone powered computers, they're calling the green zone power that it uses electricity. So yeah, they're calling the green zone power electricity when they know it's not. 'Cause yeah, some imaginary computers may run on different types of energy. All of them run on electricity, batteries, and green zone energy. Some of them use heat power to stay charged. But it gets too hot. And like I said, it can run. Let me tell you something, it can run. The bad red zone computers were torture lamp powered. I seen that in my mind. I seen that in my dreams. The bad red zone computers in Dangerous City were powered by a torture lamp, a demonic lighting system. And if the computer loses power to recharge, it would have to go to a torture lamp first. So it would have to sit next to the torture lamp to recharge. It's because it's bad energy. Computers that are powered by demonic energy. So yeah, if you ever get that computer, guys, don't buy it, because it's going to make you go to a dangerous place, somewhere you don't want to be. And even the Joey-powered computers, they require torture lamps to recharge and get power. They require torture lamps just in case if they drain. Just in case if they run out of power, they require torture lamps. Like I said, torture lamps can mess up the computer even more, make the computer worse. So guys, that's it for this video, and tomorrow I'm going to do another video called Torture Lamp Powered Spougebob Computers. Bad Spougebob Computers.